Hi, I'm Cheryl, and I am presenting from Ankara, Turkey. I have 9 years experience internationally teaching art at K through 12 schools. I've taught in 4 countries on 4 different continents. My love of art and culture is what drives me to do what I do, and I believe that art from all traditions gives us clues as to how we connect together as humanity. My capstone proposal is a culturally sustaining art curriculum resource that focuses on the contemporary art from the pan-Islamic world and Islamic diaspora. I have found that there is a gap of knowledge and understanding related to contemporary art of the pan-Islamic world. As an art educator, our current standards are based on the aesthetics and art interpretation of European knowledge. There is an implicit bias towards understanding art that is outside of European context. By focusing the study on Islamic scholars for interpretation and aesthetic evaluation of artworks, I am disrupting the colonial hegemony of the arts and allow for alternative views to be accepted and expressed in the art classroom. In the 21st century, art classrooms are multilingual and multicultural, and art educators can do better at being inclusive and open to new interpretations and other worldviews when it comes to art. How do I develop an art education curriculum on the contemporary artists from the pan-Islamic world and the Islamic diaspora for grades 9 through 12? Who are the voices of authority on Islamic art and aesthetics? How do I include authentic voices within an international curriculum that is heavily centered on European art history, methodology, and theories? For the literature review, I found that Islamic art is really placed into 2 categories. One are the art objects made in the geographical context of a Muslim majority country, and artists do not necessarily follow Islam. And the second are artists that identify as Muslim and or are from a Muslim background. The universalism approach that Blair and Bloom stated is favored by Muslim authors who follow the Sufi tradition and look at all of the arts produced by Muslims everywhere as reflecting the universal verities of Islam, just as God's ineffable unity encompasses the infinite diversity of his creation. Culturally sustaining pedagogy encourages critical reflexivity that interrogates oppressive and hegemonic ideologies such as misogyny, homophobia, internalized colonialism, etc., and that may be enacted in cultural, linguistic, and literary practices. The methodology that I'll be applying is culturally sustaining pedagogy in order to bust the assumptions that European aesthetics can be applied to all cultural artifacts. And the second is a reflective practice methodology, where I look at my own teaching practice in order to analyze, interpret, and evaluate my experiences with the intention of improving my future teaching. My data collection and analysis is a combination of scholarly research and reflection on student interactions with the material. Analysis of the data is deductive as critical reflection on my personal practice. I am analyzing previous curriculum applied in the classroom and student responses to these assignments. The outcome for my capstone is a culturally sustaining art curriculum resource for educators to assist them with incorporating contemporary artists from the pan-Islamic world and the Islamic diaspora in order to better serve their students in the classroom. What's next for me is that I have several articles that I need to read to deepen my understanding of Islamic aesthetics and art production from the pan-Islamic world. I also need to continue to build my research bank on contemporary artists and decide how to organize my curriculum research project. As part of my summer holiday, I will be traveling to the capital of Azerbaijan, Baku, and visiting their carpet museum and their modern art museum in order to learn more about artists that come from that region. Thank you so much for listening.